What's going on, everybody? This is Connor or Indentation here, and today I've got some team deathmatch gameplay for you. And I believe I went 40-1, and it's one of my better games I've played, I would have to say. But the main thing I want to talk to you guys about today is football season has started, and that is really awesome because for those of you who aren't from the United States, I'm talking about American football, by the way, not soccer. I know the whole football soccer thing is kind of a big deal, but anyways, American football. The season has started, and I am in a couple fantasy football leagues, 2 exactly, and I find that really entertaining. So I had a question for you guys. I want to know who all is in fantasy football leagues here or other fantasy sports. If you like that kind of thing, don't like it, why not? I know some people listening to this probably are going to be maybe in my fantasy football league, even some of my friends, but week 1 in one of my leagues I got last, and the other league I got first, so I guess that means I'm average right now. I don't know, I'm not really positive about that, but for those of you who don't know how fantasy sports work, you pick a sport. They have them for like any sport, basically. It really doesn't matter too much, but you have a draft with some of your friends or random people, whatever. Doesn't matter. You draft players, and depending on how they perform, there's a point scoring system, and you gain points, you can lose points if they do certain things, but I just really enjoy it. And the one main thing too is like sitting there watching football or whatever is really fun. But hang on just a sec. Did you guys see that? Only time I died, I killed that guy in last stand. How frustrating is that? I don't know if anyone else would have yelled at their Xbox when that happened, but oh well, get over it. But anyways, another thing fantasy sports does for you by being competitive is I think it makes it more entertaining to watch the games because you're like, hey, that's my player, oh, he did something awesome, I mean, watching a sport like football is really fun in itself, but I think fantasy football adds a little bit more of a personal competitive edge, and it makes it a little bit more entertaining trying to pick out your specific players and how they're doing, things like that. So if you haven't done fantasy sports before, I would encourage trying it out. Your first year you may not do so well. My first year in fantasy football did not do very well. Amazing. I drafted Brett Favre last year, actually, and if any of you watched American football last year, you know about how that how that went for me and how the Vikings did. Not very well at all. In fact, kind of sucked. But if you don't want to be in it, you don't think you're going to be very good or whatever, get into watching some sports. Watch some basketball, football, whatever. And then maybe like next year, start a league with your friends. It's really not that hard to do. Even some of the older parents in our league can do it, so you can do it too. And yeah, if they're listening to my videos, yes, I'm making fun of you. But I'm really excited to watch football again this weekend. I'm gonna spend all Sunday watching football, maybe do some homework in between games, or when possibly during some of the games if they're not all that exciting, but gotta make sure to get my homework done. I don't want to fail out of college. That could be kind of bad, but so far my classes have not been too hard. Calculus 3 there was one assignment that was a little bit tricky, but the back of the book had some wrong answers, and I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused, and it did not make any sense to me. I don't really know what you're supposed to do when the back of the book that's supposed to give you the answers is wrong. There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation. But I guess that's all I have for you guys today. I am working on Challenge Me series. You guys challenged me with some hard classes, so just throwing that out there. I'm not doing as well as I would have liked to right away, but I will be working on it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.